Hey guys, on this video of Project Freight Train, I'm going to show you how we went from this, oh yeah, to this. Well, it's off. That was easy. Not really, but we're going to use some of these brackets on the replacement bumper. We got our brackets all off. The back of the truck is cleaned up. You can see where the old bumper was hit and pushed into the body here. But we're going to reuse some of those brackets, at least some of them, for the new bumper. We're load testing our strap, because we had to get to the bottom of this pile for the 3/16 we need for something else. There it is. She cleaned up. Thanks to Maine Off-Road Enterprise, we were able to get this done, and it looks badass. So just imagine this thing in like a white Raptor to match the truck. Next thing we got to do is make some brackets for it and Raptor it. All right, so the bumper's just kind of sitting there. I'm digging that FC, and I do like it. It's a pretty cool bumper. It's not perfect and it's not square, and it does look like it's going uphill, which is freaking weirding me out. The gaps are not the same, so I gotta mess around with that. I don't know why it's not the same. I don't know, but anyway, clearly there's an issue here, right? So what I think I might do is cut it off here and cut it off here, bend this part in to the bumper with a hole in it right here, so you have a bolt there and there, so one up there, one down there, and then come off of this bracket here with just a piece of 3/16. This is probably only 1/8 inch, to be honest with you. A piece of 3/16, come out and bend it 90 like this, and that'll take care of all of our brackets. So we have a bolt there, make sure it doesn't hit our C. Of course it's freaking, oh my god, of course it's gonna freaking just about run into our C. Is what it is. It's gonna come out, turn, go this way, so we have a bolt there and there. So it will work, and I just gotta tweak it around a little bit. So I'm gonna cut up some brackets and maybe some cardboard templates and figure out why this bumper's so tweaked. Truck's in the air though, the whole thing could be tweaked a little bit itself. Because honestly, it looks level. Like if you look at this line here, it looks pretty level. And the line on the hitch is pretty level. But this side here, to me, it looks like it's, whoa, going uphill. All right, so we got our templates from the, thank you to the Priority Mail for donating the boxes, but we have one for each side. Unfortunately, one of the brackets, of course, is gonna land literally where the C is. As you can see, I marked that out, and I'm gonna actually cut a slot out right there with the plasma as well. So I'll burn these out of some 1/8 inch steel. We'll cut the holes. We'll cut these up, and we'll have ourselves some metal brackets. It'll be roughed in. All right, we cut up our base brackets here. We gotta bend them and drill some holes and stuff. And then I cut up this factory bracket. So now I can take this tab, because remember, it's mounted up at the top here. So we can bend this in till it touches the bumper and then out a little bit. And then we'll put a hole in it right here. So we'll have another fastener in the bottom right there. So that'll firm up this corner quite a bit. And again, this is for aesthetics. It's no different than a roll pan bumper. But we gotta brace it up because the donor truck we got this from, it was literally just hanging on there. So we'll get it. It's getting there. Another thing worth noting is when you're drilling some holes, always step up your holes. So the ultimate we want to get up to is a 1/2 inch. So we go like a 1/4, then a 3/8, then we work our way up to 1/2 inch. It just makes your holes that much more true, and it'll save you from burning up a bunch of bits. So side note there. All right, we got our brackets all drilled up. I chose to use 2 of the mounting holes, not 3. I think there's a little overkill for what we're trying to do here. And now that bend, no, it is not 90, but we're gonna put it in our clutch bender here. This is only 1/8 inch. I don't know if it'll bend it, but we're gonna try. If not, I'll have to finish it in a vise or with a torch. So let me get this bent up here and make sure that driver side and passenger are opposite bends, so make sure you follow that. Well, we have our answer, and no, we're way beyond capacity with the 1/8 inch. As you see here, we just broke our little 12 inch 3-in-1 machine. So that sucks, and now I have to order that. So does that come off the budget of this truck? I don't know. All right, we recovered. 1/8 inch steel is bent, minus a broken clutch machine. So we'll set them in there and get some holes pre-drilled for the bumper. All right, brackets in. I only got 1 bolt in because I'm short on 1/2 inch bolts. Real prepared for this, right? It does show through in the C, so we might cut this little piece out just to keep it true so you can see through. But now, like I said, we trim this piece up. We're gonna heat it with a torch, put a bend here, and then flange it back out down here so the bolt will land someplace in here. Then we'll get the support here, and here, and here. And that'll do it. And then we'll take it back apart, get everything painted up, and so we can be mounted permanently. All right, we've got our holes centered. So I just ran a drill as a guide into this. So that's a dimple in the bumper, and then put a hole in our new bracket here. Same thing, dimpled out. That is gonna get oversized to 1/2 inch as well. But now, basically, because everything's just kind of set in here, we can take it all back apart, finish drilling up these holes in the bumper and the brackets, grind, clean everything, paint everything, and then install it, and we can do our tweaking and shifting a little bit on the mounting hardware to get things leveled up. It isn't perfect. This was a homemade bumper. It's not someone else made. I thought it was cool and I wanted to reuse it, so it is a little, it's not perfect, but it isn't bad. So we'll blow this apart now. All right, guys, we got the bumper now all prepped out, sanded down, and then re-hit it with some etching primer to go under the bed liner. So before we throw this on the truck, it's getting wrapped in a white bed liner. It's going to match the whole truck because we're shooting the back of that truck tomorrow too. So I just want to give you a sneak preview of the prep ready to go on the truck. All right, all in all, I'm happy with the bumper and how it came out, and the hitch, and redoing the hitch with the plastisol. It just came out clean. Again, this is a bumper that somebody else had fabricated. It's a little twisted. It's not perfect. It's aluminum. There's certainly nothing structural, but we wanted to reuse it because this is a budget build with the FC in there. And all in all, the look, when it's all bed linered, looks pretty slick, and happy with how it came out. And we will have a rock light behind that FC as well. Just we ain't got to that point yet because we're doing all kinds of other stuff. Tow mirrors, bumper conversion, you name it.